taking. I'm bad at pretending, you know I'll be true. Sunday mornings and midnight lights turn into songs that you watch me write. Stole your sweater on that night, you took a picture, keep by my bedside. So you're mine when you're gone, baby, please don't be long. I got my ticket to the west side. You say my name with your accent, makes me remember how much I missed you. Hope you're planning to stay for a million days. You'll be my summer in December. Hey boy, trust my intuitions always. I'm not superstitious, I got lucky. Stole your heart and it was mine for the taking. It was mine for the taking. It was mine for a million days, in a million ways. Stole your heart and I got lucky. Stole your heart and it was mine in a million ways, for a million days.
I think I need therapy, or just some more whiskey. I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You've been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead. I didn't know I was a casualty until you stopped my heart and you made me see I need love. I need love. I think I need to confess. Saw you in that red dress. I can't seem to understand how you got all that finesse. Still been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead. I didn't know I was a casualty until you stopped my heart and you made me see I need love. I need love. I didn't know I was a casualty
welcome into the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We're continuing on with our NACE All-Stars format that we debuted it last night in our Hearthstone, and now we're going into League of Legends. We'll have 3 matches tonight, 2 on Summoner's Rift, and then we'll wrap things up with some fun. We'll transition over to ARAM to see if they really know how to play the superior game mode in League of Legends. I am Michael Fish Fisher, going to be joined by Jared Baratel Castiglione to call all of the NACE All-Star action. Of course, by All-Stars, it's not the greatest players. I'm sure they could deserve their own All-Star game, Baratel. It is the coaches and directors of some of these teams showing off, trying to say, hey, we coach you guys every week. This is why we deserve to be a coach. Doesn't look like Baratel can hear me, though. So hopefully we can get that fixed. And now we can't hear him. Not having any Baratel right. He's just too excited for the absolute insanity behind him. He's got the red and green lights flashing everywhere, the matching Christmas sweaters. He's ready to go. As I said, it is the NACE All-Star League of Legends between NACE East and NACE West. You'll see a familiar name in there, by the way, so you want to stay tuned. I know, of course, in Hearthstone, there was a bunch of other schools competing. Let's just say one of these, actually 2 of these names, you're going to recognize tonight. So if you're a Boise State fan, you want to stay tuned for our 3 games, 2 on Summoner's Rift, and then we'll wrap everything up with ARAM, of course, just to have a little bit of fun, because it all, of course, all is going to a good cause. We told you about it yesterday. Gamers versus Cancer. We'll give you more information. As the night goes on, of course, you always have the chance to donate when the link appears on the screen, as it is right there. As I was saying, NACE All-Star brings coaches and directors from over 300 of the nation's best esports colleges and universities together for some fun and some fundraising. This year, they're supporting the American Cancer Society's Gamer versus Cancer initiative. Different institutions will be competing in the games and in fundraising. You can even donate tonight with the link on the screen right there. We'll have that up every time we have a NACE All-Stars event. We'll also show the leaderboard for some of the schools. Some of them were already into the 4 digits in terms of fundraising. Absolutely incredible, as you see right there. Stephens College right there at over $1,000. You've got Lindenwood at $900. So it's going to be a great series. And Baratel, do we have you back?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do have you. We are all good.
Technology. Hey, I like your sweater.
I like yours as well. I like the double Christmas theme we've got going. You got the red and green lights as well. You're ready to go for this NACE All-Star.
I'm Christmased out, yeah. I don't have this button, not because it's a fashion choice, because it was the only one that was available, and this one's a little bit too small. I have a little bit of the Thanksgiving pounds to lose still, but that's okay.
Hey, as long as you can get it over, the shoulders, that's all that matters. We can still see.
It looks choice.
Yeah, that looks pretty fire. Are you ready to go for NACE All-Stars? That really is basically the coach and directors trying to prove to their students they actually deserve to be coaching them?
I think so. I mean, when it comes down to it, these teams have been working the whole year, maybe a little bit extra than normal because of everything been going on. So it's time to really show up. And what fantastic teams we have coming into this, too.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple of familiar names. Of course, on the NACE West squad, we'll have our own Not Koba playing, I would guess, maybe in the jungle if they're in order and roles, but we'll have to see. And then a former Bronco, now at the Oklahoma City University esports team, Soulpan, going to be going against him. So a pair of Broncos going to be squaring off here. And then Brian Hummel, the Bay State head coach. We've had him on a number of times. So quite a few familiar faces going to be going at it here in the All-Star event for League of Legends.
I got 2 tips for you. I know exactly if these 2 are jungling, I know exactly what champions they're gonna play. So I'll link my PayPal, my Cash App, and I'll give you the hint on what champions to ban because they're not very good at any other champions. Nah, I'm kidding. These guys are all great. They do a phenomenal job not only being team players, but kind of being the shot callers for their team. We've seen in the past Soulpan, when he was playing Overwatch for Boise State varsity programs, he was making all the shots called, and they were just devastating. And Koba, he's kind of the mastermind behind when he was on the roster for League of Legends, and I'd be surprised that he doesn't have a hand in things now with the current roster that's been just completely dominant.
I'll be really curious if they are playing jungle. I mean, usually when we show the rosters for our normal games, that's where the jungler would be. If they kind of just go absolutely bonkers and like, I'm going in, I want to invade Soulpan, and then vice versa, and we see like Lee Sin, Udyr, Olaf, somebody who can duel early for those guys. As right now we get the Echo, the Warwick, and the Aatrox band still on the new items, still in preseason. Don't play ranked mode, right? Told you to, not me. So I'll be really curious to see what they have sort of theory crafted. Because you and I played a lot when the patch came out, and there was, hey, this guy's really, really strong. Or hey, this guy, I played against him, and we got absolutely destroyed by that one champion. I feel like if you've been playing for a few weeks now, you probably figured out what meta you want to go with. And looking at these bans, it's a lot of tanks being taken away.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, we've seen even from the preseason the prevalence of the Sunfire Cape just coming down. Bomby Cinder, not even just a little spark anymore. It's a raging forest fire of an item. So I'm surprised that we don't see an Amumu ban or a Nunu ban as of right now. Leona and Swain, super scary bottom lane if that's where those two are going to end up. But on the other side of things, it looks like the East is keeping themselves safe. That's Misfortune. It's actually a pretty good pick into those two.
Yeah, I mean, the Lux is interesting. I don't know if I like that Lux into that bot lane. I would prefer...
I hope that's Lux mid. She's pretty scary against those two.
I would hope that it would be a Morgana bot lane over a Lux because, yeah, the binding goes through two, but the Black Shield is pretty strong. And Jarvan, I mean, we're talking about duelists. He's kind of a duelist in the jungle. We haven't seen him in a while, though. And there's the vibe.
I think this is the Soul Pants special. He's been renowned, much to his chagrin, for his Max E Jarvan. So we'll have to see if that it rears its ugly head to the Summoner's Rift. Vi on the other side, again, very early kind of 1v1 skirmishing. Her ganks do suffer to have to wait roughly till about level 3. Same thing with Jarvan, but he can do a 1-2 level 2 route gank. So we'll have to see if these junglers really want to step up the heat in terms of aggression. TK, Tom Kench gets benched, and Wukong, Wuju style or not, you're also going to sit there next to your froggy little friend.
Yeah, we see the Ziggs and the Talon ban by the east side, so probably targeting mid laner. Oh boy, I mean, that was a great pick top lane before the patch. I don't know about after the patch if Karma's really found a home anywhere but the support role, so that's kind of interesting.
Imperial Mandate is a great item for Karma. She's got a slow, she's got a root, she gets the movement speed that then she can even further extend with her own shield. Great place to put her anywhere. You can go put her top, help your jungler get in and out, whatever the case may be. She ain't gonna do too well against a Camille though, let me tell you.
Yeah, that is Lux mid, of course, with the Pike, and then there's the Gangplank.
Yeah, it's a top lane Gangplank, so it's mid.
So where's
Karma?
the Karma going?
I guess you could
Leona Karma just don't die lane and put Swain mid?
You could put Swain mid, GP could go mid or top, and Karma could support. I do think it's Karma mid though, with the GP top lane. Maybe because I love seeing Karma. I don't like Karma. I love Karma. Having to force her to play the boring role that is support. Sorry, support mains. I'm sorry, it's just so sad.
Yeah, this is NACE All-Stars. It's the NACE East versus NACE West. 2 games on Summoner Rift. We're heading into game number 1. Then we'll have an ARAM to close everything out. Fish and Barrettail here on the call. We've got former Broncos Solpan on the east side. We've got current Bronco coach Nakoba on the west side, as well as coaches from a couple of other schools as well. All here in our NACE All-Stars event helping support gamers versus cancer. So it's going to be a great event. You can donate throughout the night with the link that will periodically appear on the screen. I would say, though, Barrettail, I wouldn't mind the Gangplank mid lane try and punish that Lux and then send Karma top and just say, hey, don't feed Camille, because I think Gangplank, if he lands a barrel combo on Lux, she's just going to fall over.
You know, I hate to say this because it's going to hurt you. APGP could be a thing we see here today. I don't think it has been. It's been a Reddit exclusive. I don't know if you've been keeping up. We did a massive amount of research when it became a meme, the APGP, but now it has some viability with these crazy AP items.
I just think if you leave Vi as your lone AD damage, your team might suffer just a little bit. Bruiser
Leona.
This is what I want to see from Doc's Keys to the Game for the All-Stars. Forget about your comp. Forget about your win condition. Look for the memes, and bragging rights are all that matters. That is 100% correct. If there's ever a game where you say, in all chat as your Nexus is blowing up, or post-game, win lane, lose game, this is the game to do it. You should, if you're in any lane that isn't jungle, don't roam. Just absolutely slam it down your opponent's throats. It's all bought to you by Count, whose Identity Trust Global Network delivers real-time fraud prevention, account protection, and enables a personalized customer experience for more than 9,000 leading brands and payment providers. If you want to stay safe online during the holiday season, go check them out at Count.com. And speaking of the memes, who needs ARAM? We could just play A-Rab, all random, all bot.
Arab. All random, all bot. Throwing out some cosmic bindings here. Not going to find anything. It is going to end up being that Karma mid, as we foresaw it. GP, we don't know yet, because he has Grasp, still an AP option. He's got the Corruption Potion, still able to be built AP style. Captain Star in the chat asks, what does AP do on GP besides being the biggest meme so far in the game? His heal gets increased with AP scaling, and his ultimate, however unreliable, it also scales with AP. So it's not tremendous scaling.
Proc Lichbane.
His barrels can proc on-hit effects such as Lichbane, Nashor's Tooth, and now I think even Soul Harvester as well, which scales off of AP. So he might be able to do a big amount of damage with the burst from the long range, but we'll have to see.
Does look like on the NACE East team, the Lux and Pyke are just flipped there. It is Lux mid as we had thought, and Pyke support. I mean, Pyke mid has been a thing from time to time, but not in this game. And I'll be really curious to see how this bot lane goes, because that Misfortune, you said it's a great pick. I think she's going to learn why playing ADCs in 2020 is the least fun role in the game right now.
Well, they're going the entirely wrong build. You go the Comet, you go the Emax. Nice engage here. Electrocute's going to be given out. This Fortune's never going to have an opportunity to get an Electrocute proc off on these two, and if she does, she's extended too far. Instead, you need to conserve your energy, go mana full band, take Comet, max E, and those two will never touch you.
Yeah, Electrocute, I mean, I'm not a big fan of it. Dark Harvest even, she's going to get hit in by another root. Luckily, Coach Antorn not level 2 yet, so he doesn't have the Zenith Blade. But Poggy carry right now, as soon as they hit level 2 in the bot lane, which they just did, there's the grip in, there's the Zenith Blade right into the stun. Heal's going to come out, nice flash away. Sunrup with a nice stun as well, but a flash from Coach Antorn is going to get the stun. Another flash in from Silo, and it's first blood for NACE West. Nice flash there by Sunbreak. He's going to get pulled in. Zenith Blade, and we see a gank in the top lane as well. Spy Ryan going to be forced to flash away, so they'll trade 1-for-1 across the map. Not too bad.
1-for-1 across the map, and barely off the coattails of this Pyke gets away super close. A nice flash here from the mid lane. Got to be extra careful, as it does look like Karma had a huge amount of wave pressure there. Speaking of wave pressure, look at this bottom lane, look at the CS difference, and look how much they're shoving in, trying to deny this entire wave from Misfortune.
Oh, I just love Pyke, where you're like, hey, it was super close. He's at 3/4 life already. Nice gank there by Nakoba. He's going to pick that one up, so he's going to match Sulpan, both Boise State former and current, picking up a kill from the jungle role.
All right, that's enough ganking. You two just need to find each other and fight. That's what we want to see. That's for the bragging rights, to show who the best League of Legends varsity-esque player is, okay?
I will say, I mean, I think Sulpan's on board with the Red Smite Jarvan. Nakoba's going for more of the, help my team out, Blue Smite Vi. So, I mean, Koba missed the memo and play for the memes.
But Blue Smite's the only one that actually does free damage. You have to auto-attack with Red Smite for it to do anything.
Yeah, but it reduces your incoming damage. So if you're battling in the jungle, you want to reduce the enemy jungler's incoming damage, Barreto. Yeah,
but dubstep ignite, dubstep smite is the meme here. I'm looking for meme angles here. It looks like East is looking for an angle here on the Leona, but that's not the engage you want to go for. Hookshot will land here, but it will get dodged away. GP will fight here as much as he can. Spyring doing so much damage to this Camille amongst so many minions. He is so lucky he was out of aggro range there.
Yeah, he just teleported back, so his Corrupting Potion has been filled. Barrel combo hits. And it looks like Tower of Toast going to just channel the back there in the lane. Spry Rain maybe chasing him down there. I don't see either jungler doing anything too exciting. So everyone's calmed down just a little bit, which is the exact opposite you want to see. I want like an 80-kill, 30-minute game. I want 2 kills a minute at minimum at this point, Baratel. Right now we're slacking.
Yeah, they need to step it up. And I'm surprised this bottom lane, with having Swain Leona, isn't turning up the heat. I mean, they are maybe waiting for Ignite, but those two are so squishy. You guys can just go on them on repeat.
Yeah, there's no fly. There's actually no summoners available in the bot lane. Sun Trumpet would have his
barrier?
Ignite. No, Lux is mid lane, remember? Lux and Pyke
that's right.
are
We
swapped.
swapped that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Ignite would come up at the same time. Coach Answers is up. Suntrup's is up in about 5-10 seconds from now. As there's the grip in. Zenith Blade's going to go. Stun lands as well. He's just going to fall over here. Looks like he's going to die to the aftershock. Once again, Suntrip's going to try and hook him in. Going to get stunned, and it will have a very similar, almost deja vu of what happened the first time Misfortune died.
Yeah, I mean, standing too close, trying to go for those extended trades against a team that has just infinitely too much crowd control. I will say, though, that if they get to level 6 and Misfortune is able to somehow get a full channel ulti off, gives Pike a lot of opportunity to come from the depths. Pretty big if, though.
We do see that the Infernal Drink went over to Soulpan, so he was able to pick that one up in spite of his bot lane dying. We do see Koba's up in the top side, but he's standing on a ward, so he'll sweep that one out with the Hail of Blades Vi.
Not a bad choice. Pickaxe coming out for Misfortune. I would almost assume that this could be building into a shield bow, but we'll have to see.
He'd have
nothing
to,
really
right?
out of the ordinary. So it does look like Lethality is going to be the Jarvan. Right, exactly. Gale Force could be good if you're not melee range. Leona doesn't need to be Gale Force away from for Shield of Daybreak. You can use it to dodge Zenith. You can use it to dodge Never Move, but beyond that, I really don't think that's a good item in this matchup.
Yeah, I think you need the shield bow just to try and get as much preventative damage on your side as possible, because it looks like you're not going to have peel. You're not going to have a tank.
What champions you have to peel? Ultimately, though, when you think about it, when we take a second to look at just the overall team comp, Misfortune, as long as they can actually get some damage here, nice combo, Ultimate's going to come out. Hook shot here in the top lane means that it's more interesting what's happening in the mid lane, but both of this NACE West team members are able to walk away from things relatively safely. Karma has not based yet, so she's got a big old chunk of change to cash in on.
Yeah, you look at this, the CS across the board. It's only bot lane for NACE East where Misfortune is ahead. Unfortunately, she's down 2 kills. There's a nice hook spot, but a huge gank from Not Koba going to come in. There's the Hextech ultimatum, but under the tower, it's not going to matter. And a great job by Koba reading the aggressiveness from that Camille and counter ganking at the perfect time.
Great time to counter gank. I do wonder if maybe if Tower Toast had done the Hextech ultimatum to stop the Vault Breaker from Not Koba, dodging that damage and that crowd control could have given him the edge to win that 1v1 in the Hextech ultimatum and then turn to Koba and maybe take him out, now dodging his main burst ability. But again, you know, it's tough to say. Vi does so much damage, especially with that item.
I think the only problem with that is he might have Hextech ultimatum. Is we're going to see a flash away in the mid lane. He might have Hextech ultimatum in the cannon barrage to have done that. Then once again, their grip. There's the Zenith Blade stun. Pocket Carry going to be forced to flash away. Barely surviving with the ignite. Trying to chase, just barely misses, and it looks like that Misfortune should be able to survive. No, max range Zenith Blade flash, and he's able to pick it up. Silo gets the kill, and Misfortune got a little bit too close.
Again, stepping up too close. You cannot be in engaged range of these teams, and you don't have to. That's the problem. Soulpan's going to be here to try and help things out. Goes for the flag drag. He goes for the flash, and he lands it. A nice knockup on the Swain. He does not have Demon Form to live. Suntrip will pick up his cut from the beneath. Fantastic fight here in the top lane. He knows that no cannon barrage is available. Camille can actually win this out, but both of them are trading Undying Grassrock left and right. GP will actually win this out. Fantastic play, resetting that passive, getting himself fantastic amounts of healing from that grass. And holy cow, it's just fighting all over the map. This is what we wanted.
I mean, also for Spry Rain, he still has one part of his corrupting potion. Didn't even chug his EQ combo from Soulpan in the mid lane. That's not going to be forced to flash away. There's the Cataclysm. Final Spark's just going to eliminate him. And Onpeck's going to get one back. So the team's right now, thanks to the jungler, Soulpan trying to keep his team in it. Not only gets a dragon, gets back-to-back ganks.
Do you see? Where'd Karma go? I can't find her anymore.
She just disappeared. Right off the face. She got trapped in an earthquake and then obliterated.
You ever like go outside and it's too hot and you try to go hiking and get stuck in a cataclysm and then the sun just melts you? That's what happened to Karma. I don't think it's ever happened to anyone else, to be honest. No, maybe Icarus. But that was his own fault.
Yeah, as I say, I mean, I know people have been stuck in caverns, but I don't think the sun has ever, you know, turned into a deadly laser and then melted them. We have the ozone to thank for that.
Thank goodness. Now, if we take a moment to look at the items, this is my bait to force some action out. This is my attempt at glove-leading this situation. We have some developments here. It looks like we may see the Divine Sunder here in the top lane exclusively, both on these champions. They can still build Trinity Force. It's okay. I think Divine Thunder ekes out a bigger advantage because it gives you a lot more burst, which is kind of what these two champions want to do. On the other side of things, Spike's just got the basic Sarah to Dirk. He's got this no magic mantle, which can go into Mercs. He might end up little gank here in the mid lane, gonna go for a lot of damage, but get rooted up. Here comes the wall breaker. Sultan Battery will land. Big and punches Koba, showing his dominance here. TP in the bottom lane. Here comes the bullet time as well. He's gonna get solar flared away. TP in the Cataclysm. They have nowhere to go, but they have run away. Camille's all alone, gonna be left there by the wayside. His team cannot help them, but he goes for the Hextech Ultimatum. Will be a limited damage. Goes for the hook shot as well, and here comes the From the Beneath. Nice dodge on the Vault Breaker. Gonna go for the reset, but he will be picked up here from the eye of the Sauron man. Misfortune yet again left alone. Cannot space against the three of them, and the triple kill, however elongated, will go over to the side of NACE West.
Yeah, it was a great response by NACE West. Unfortunately for Solpan, got trapped in his own Cataclysm and died away from the rest of his team. And the NACE East, unfortunately, just kind of died one by one, right? I mean, Solpan was dead before the teleports came through. Tower of Toast died stuck to a wall. Then Misfortune died off on her own in the little bunker area there. And NACE West stayed grouped as a team, and that's probably why they won that fight. And it is Triforce Gangplank, by the way. He just wanted you to be wrong.
That's fair. Yeah, that's okay. You have to adapt to overcome. We know that here on the broadcast. What I find interesting about maybe talking critically about builds, going Electrocute Misfortune yet rushing Berserker Greaves seems so counterintuitive to me. Nice engage here on the bottom side. Another Solar Flare will come out, but nothing will result of it, because both teams are going to reset. And just like you were saying earlier, Fish, you may do damage to Pyke, but he's still Pyke, so it doesn't really stick too well.
It was a great job by Suntrip trying to turn that lane around. Thought he caught Silo backing. Unfortunately, that Swain is just so strong right now. Just finishes the Leandries 5-1-2 at 12 minutes. I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about, though. The team that's winning has no semblance of an 80 carry. They're just like, who needs that role? It's just kind of overrated.
It doesn't work. It's been the rhyme since even before the preseason hit. The champions that are good in the ADC role were ones that were specifically utility ADCs. Ash, sometimes Caitlyn, Vars, Jhin. Nice engage here. He's going to go for a 1v1, but Slowman's going to get found out here. Insta-burst and Silo again.
Just sniping the
kill.
Turn
this man into Sauron. He's actually Sauron with this eyeball.
Yeah, he sees all. You enter anywhere in his domain. Now, Spry Ryan's going to get ganked here. Going to try and jump onto Tower of Toast. He's got a barrel. Unfortunately, eats the final spark, and that's a shutdown for Tower of Toast. Did not use the oranges in time to be able to get out of that Lux binding. Now they think they have Silo all alone in the bot side. He's going to pump the demon for him, and now Suntrip's the one that's got to be careful. He'll flash in. That's one kill for him. He's got the Solar Flare coming down. It's not going to matter. Pocket Carrier tries for the 1v1. Let him have it. Don't interfere. He's going to pick it up. That's a 1v2 double kill for Silo in the bot lane.
Yeah, fantastic flash. Actually, what made that happen, if he didn't dodge the stun from the Pyke, he would have succumbed to the burst damage and probably eaten more of the bullet time than he wanted to. So fantastic play by this now 8-1-2 Swain. And I don't know if you remember this item when we played against the Fish. That item tends to hurt a lot, actually.
The Leandries?
Yeah, the Leandries, the spooky mass of death. Yeah, I mean, that item's painful.
We talked about the tank meta, which we haven't seen, but in an all-star game, no one really ever wants to play tank. That's just, look at any all-star game. They don't play defense. They just want to have fun. The burn build on some champions with the Leandries and the Demonic Essence, that is very, very, it's like sneaky strong. I mean, you can just put your dots on someone if you're a Brand or a Malzahar and then just die off screen. You're like, okay, I didn't even look at that guy. He just died to, my Brand all bouncing around. So burn items are sneaky good. They get overshadowed by tanks and assassins, but in this game, I think Swain's going to burn everyone to death.
Yeah, I happen to agree. A little bit of engage. Nice hook shot back over the wall. To get themselves to safety. We see a Divine Thunder coming out not only on Camille, which we kind of foresaw, but also on Koba's Vi. He's going to get in a 1v2 situation. Assault and Battery will come out. Will he be able to get himself enough punches to get himself out of this? It doesn't look so. As a shutdown, a big chunk of gold is going to go over to Solpan. A little bit of an extra rivalry happening here. This is exactly how you play this lane. Look at that slow amount. These two could not even engage, even with the Karma boost speed. They are going to find one. Both times going to be completely nuffed out. Not even availability. Solar Flare as well as that Never Mover. Just too much of a combo. Black Drag will be in the top lane. GP will succumb to a Cataclysm, but will be enough damage here. The Red Smite is actually enough that they just casually walk away. Karma immediately helping with that bottom lane play. Steeping to the top lane, a nice attempt to dive here from Kylo on the bot lane, but it's not going to result in anything because it's going on Pyke, and that champion's a little too slippery.
I respect the play there from Ethanol. He tried to teleport in to probably land a shield onto Spryrain to keep him alive, just wasn't quite quick enough. Now Suntrip's got to be careful. Is invisible. He will get the stun, but so will Coach Andrews. Game's play is going to come out as well. He's going to be forced to flash away. Going to try and hook Leona back in. He does not care. Silo at 9-1-3, and they could probably run down that Misfortune if they really want to.
Yeah, I really like this build path as well. They already have enough damage that they need just with the Leandries, and now they're building themselves right into the best item in the game for Swain, and that's that Zhonya's. Once he starts that ultimate, he can't be stopped. Nice damage here from from not Koba. We're gonna have a replay here of the bottom lane dive. No, we're not. We're going back to live. It was cool anyway. Just believe us.
Yeah, I mean, it was. If you missed it, you know what? You'll have to wait till next time that Silo could. At this point, maybe even 1v5s at 9-1-3. They're gonna pick up the first of the dragons potentially. Koba does have Smite.
Third dragon, right?
Yeah, the second dragon. First of the Soul Dragons. Bullet time comes out. Final Spark misses. Oh, wow.
Rip.
Koba sweating on that one. Barely gets the Smite off in time. Spryring now going to use the barrels to slow down Tower of Toast. Doesn't really want to mess with the Camille, who's gotten some help from Soulpan, and everyone's just going to calm down for a little bit here. Except for Silo.
No, they're not. Never Move's going to come out. Flag and Drag will be given over to Silo.
Soulpan now, he's going to flash over to Suntrip. He's got Ethanol there as well. Unfortunately, not Koba's right behind him. There's the Cataclysm. They're going to kick down the Karma at least. And a nice ult there from Silo. Going to take him out, and that's a double kill for the Swain. Good luck, NACE East. Good luck.
Yeah, and engage here in the top lane. This might be your only way in. He's going to get this Camille fed. The 1v1, the oranges are going to be given out. He actually doesn't use it to get himself out of it. No, the flash under tower. What are you doing? He's got a ranged projectile. Oh my goodness, they almost just threw that fight.
He's barely alive, and you see the red team's rotating up.
Even typed in chat. I think they did. I think they flashed an auto dominion. We've all done it. Never Move again, landing. These champions are not ready. Silence damage is legendary, and so is his playstyle. Guys, do not stand. Tip to play against Swain. Don't stand alone, and don't stand next to your minions. So you can't stand anywhere against Swain.
Just don't. Yeah, just stand.
That's the biggest tip. You are not safe behind your minions. He's not like other hook champions where you can say, I'm safe behind my minions. It's completely opposite the case. It makes it better for his one big engage.
We do see a teleport came out from Tower of Toast. Spryrain did not back, so he's got to be careful. Hook's going to land on the Silo. He's forced to ult. There gets Pocket Carry. He's going to get dragged in. Zanya's going to be used. But look, he's going to find, I think, Solar Flare onto that Camille, and he's going to have the roaming Death Squad chase him down. So it will look like a good start for NACE East. Unfortunately, not going to go anywhere another hook, but I don't think you want to mess with that man.
He's way too scary at this point. I mean, what can you do? What champion on your team has the damage to do so? Pyke actually going for the Duskblade of Draxlar mythic item. He was assuming that he was going to get himself a little bit more kills. I find that interesting though, because I mean, granted, he does have all the kills in the bottom lane. I think that the team from NACE West is just too tanky to burst through now.
I mean, he has to go Duskblade, right? He's got to be able to start activating Pyke mode and trying to land invisible ultimates to burst down the team. I mean, he's got to, right? With an 0-6-1 Misfortune that hasn't even finished your mythic item, you have to try and compensate for the damage at some point.
There is some rationale behind building Prowler's Claw. That way you don't have to expend your dash or your W to get where you need to. Give yourself the opportunity to get in range for further stuns, and maybe even having to use your ult not for distance, but just to get yourself that extra damage. Some Pikes do ult around for mobility, which can be kind of weird. That would be the only reason behind that I would think. But again, definitely not what you want to see as a Pyke, having an 0-6-1 bottom laner who doesn't even have their finished item yet.
Yeah, NACE East finally got their third
If this
mythic item.
Misfortune goes Kraken Slayer, I'm actually going to tilt a little bit.
I would think if you're going to go Kraken Slayer, you want to go press the attack at least to sort of. I mean, I guess electric is similar.
And how often are you getting 3 autos off at all in general? You're dying before you can.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I don't think that shield will should be the plays. We see a nice Zenith Blade there on Peck. They got the Solar Flare down as well. Ethanol's the only one here. So they don't have a ton of damage. Now there's the teleport into the Cannon Barrage. Nice stun and Zenith Blade. Soulpan forced the EQ away. Not Kobe going to flash in. Oh, nice job by Tower Toast canceling that one. There's the final spark onto Kobe. Now he's got to run away as his team left him to die. Spryrain picks up Poggy Carrier off screen. There's the Zenith Blade going to land. Now Swain's in the battle, and everything's going to fall apart. It's a double kill for Spryrain. He's going to try and chase down Soulpan. They'll pick up the ace. Obviously not Kobe to die. Now they're going to push the bot lane.
Oh, it was such a close fight, and to be fair, I think they maybe should have committed more after burning Koba out. This Camille dodging out on this, yeah, right here, they dodged out the assault battery by going into hook shot. Getting the Koba dead here would have been huge. Having used Cataclysm before that, though, was not the right idea. You want to keep the Swain contained as much as possible, and then everyone just walking away from Swain. Catastrophic fight.
Yeah, you also can see there Misfortune's body dead up right by that brush. She was all alone. I mean, she kind of got soloed down there by Spryrain. If she's in the fight and can get a bullet time off with some protection, NACE East can maybe turn that one around. Unfortunately, Pocky Carrier already playing on a very, very high-skilled role in AD carry, just unfortunately has made a couple of minor misplays. Now we see Soulpan. He is caught all alone, just trying to ward his own jungle. He's going to try and EQ over. It's not going to matter. He gets stunned down. Now Pocky Carrier's got to be careful. Zenith Blade is going to land. Solar Flare will as well, and that is a dead Misfortune. Suntrip trying to get away, has to flash out of the stun, not going to matter. On Peck caught all alone. It's a 4-for-0 for NACE West, and with the inhibitor down in the bot lane, they might be able to win off this. It's Kraken Slayer, by the way, so you should probably just walk away.
Weird. I'll just say weird and interesting. Interesting choice.
I mean, it's still preseason.
Lux's item is also interesting.
Yeah, the Leandries is interesting on luck. I mean, it's preseason, right? I mean, we're open to experimentation.
Yeah, we're learning. Looks like this might be ending the game. One final note, GP building any sort of Tiamat item is busted.
Yeah, you could see the barrel change just absolutely annihilating minion wave. So NACE West gonna pick up game number 1 here in our NACE All-Stars event. We'll have one more on Summoner's Rift, and then we'll go to ARAM and have a little fun to wrap up the evening here. Fishin' Barretail, NACE All-Stars with coach and directors from over 300 schools being brought together, supporting the American Cancer Society's Gamer vs. Cancer initiative. Different institutions competing in all of the games and in fundraising. And you can even donate tonight. Of course, we have 2 former Broncos, and we also have some more schools as well. But the other thing that's been going on, and Barretail and I can both attest to it, we've been trying this out over the last few weeks, is Black Box VR. Wouldn't it be great if by playing a game, you could level yourself up instead of just an on-screen character? And that is truly what happens at Black Box Arena. I just got done with my trials, just got placed in Silver League. It's a lot like, any kind of game that has a ranking system. There's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Each time you do a workout, you can start to level yourself up. It has been a ton of fun, Barretail. You and I have been going at least once a week together, and then we go 3 times total every week. This has been probably one of the greatest gym experiences I've ever had. If you want more information, go check them out, blackbox-vr.com. They're also in the Zions Bank building if you're in the Boise area and you want to go check them out. This is probably the most fun I've ever had working out, and it doesn't even feel like working out. It feels like I'm actually playing a video game.
You literally get done with like this weird 45-minute session, and you're like, oh, I won. Cool, I beat the level. You take off the headset, and you're drenched. You're tired, you're drenched, you're gasping for water. And you're like, wait, I just worked out every part of my body. That was awesome. And you don't even feel it until, the day of and then the day after.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to a ton of the guys there, and it really does feel like, I'm in a video game and I'm like, hey, I got to dominate this boss. Like, this boss is going to just absolutely feel my wrath. And then, my arms are like, please stop. I'm like, no, I got one more set of rows going, and then I've got to absolutely dominate. So it is a ton of fun. I definitely recommend, if you're new, everyone's New Year's resolution is to get in shape, go check out Black Box VR. They are awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with game number 2 of the NACE All-Stars, Fishin' Barretail NACE East versus NACE West, coming up after this short break.
Here in Idaho, we do things a little differently. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. Next, always use fry sauce. I mean, why wouldn't you? Hold steady when out-of-state friends think you're from Iowa. We call it pop, not soda. We always put a lift on our pickups. And we always buckle up because we still have a lot we want to do, and I'm guessing you do too.
Legendary parts for legendary wins.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. Hold steady when out-of-state friends think you're from Iowa. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Welcome back into the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena, heading into game number 2 of the NACE All-Stars event between NACE East and NACE West. But it's a good time to remind you that Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcasters. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn you scholarships as well. You can sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Of course, all of their seasons have come to an end, a lot of them in NACE playoffs. Maybe not as far as they wanted to go, but a lot of the teams still making it to the single elimination playoff game. So they have wrapped up for the season. So now we've got the NACE All-Star events going on. And right now, it's going to be very paramount, Baratel, that I bet Swain is not going to be in the game. Otherwise, I think Silo will absolutely just run shop, and he'll say, I'll run it back, no problem.
It's either he's taken away or he's banned 100%. This Hearthstone music? Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, we're just chilling out, checking out some replays here.
I think Silo was actually playing Hearthstone in the meantime.
I mean, once he got
He's
fed enough in the bot
game.
lane, he really could just like hit R, tab back in, play a couple cards. I mean, he was just, unfortunately for Pocky Carrier, I mean, it's just not a fun role to be in right now. I mean, as you said, you can't be in range, you can't be by your minions to block. You can't be in range because if Swain lands it on you, the Leona's just going to immediately Zenith Blade and then stun you again. I mean, it's one of those roles where, as you mentioned, the AD carries that are viable for the most part are the ones that have some sort of utility, like the Ashe, who has the ability to sort of use the Ashe arrow to start a fight, and then doesn't really do too much damage for the most part, and doesn't need to be worried about it because she got her usefulness out of the way. So we'll see what they want to do here in the NACE All-Star game. It's game number 2. After this, we'll wrap things up with an ARAM game between NACE East and NACE West. See if anybody wanted to change things up in the roles, maybe get some experience across the map, because, like, I mean, Pocket Carrier probably could use a break from the bot lane.
Yeah, I think we do get a little distracted by the KDA, as you will, because who doesn't? That Leona was playing like top-notch Leona as well, and it was easy because, you know, the Misfortune had nowhere to go. They kept stepping themselves too much in the danger zone, as a famous old song would like to say on repeat.
I mean,
took the highway right to the danger zone.
I mean, we've seen it with Swain Samira. We've seen it with Pantheon Samira. We've seen it with Leona and Swain. It's just so hard to play a role that is. I mean, you have to be able to farm constantly to be able to keep up an item so you can actually do damage. And now we've transitioned into supports who punish you if you even get in range with a point-and-click root or a point-and-click. I mean, I guess Swain's is a skill shot, but Pantheon's point-and-click stun. I mean, it's just so hard to play, and we'll see a Graves ban here to start, but I have to think Swain is either picked by a NACE East or banned away.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Graves is an interesting pick because I don't think, unless they change junglers, that this is in the wheelhouse for either Sulpan nor Notkoba. Annie being banned away, it's a bit of an insult to Dr. Haskell, I think.
Yeah,
no one bans Annie, come on.
He loves that champion. So, I mean, at this point, Ryan, we have to have a Garen ban as well. Really just make sure we cover the spectrum of favorite Boise State champions.
We see a Garen ban as well, huh? Come on, guys, let's be real.
And then a Swain ban, probably.
Yeah, I think you need to ban Swain.
Yeah, if you don't ban Swain, you're just asking for a world of hurt. Because I mean, every other lane was pretty even, right? I mean, the top lane kind of traded back and forth just depending on who had their jungler there when a fight broke out.
Yeah. Mid
lane was pretty even for the most part. I think Koba ganked mid a little bit more than Sulpan did, which allowed Ethanol to get ahead. And then Silo in the bot lane was just like, I'm just going to 1v2 at this point. And that allowed the rest of his team to start a snowball. So you shut down the bot lane, I think you have a good chance. There's the Azir ban. We might have seen some role swaps because these are some interesting bans. There's an Alistar. Where's the smart? Come on. You got it.
Okay. I think they're just banning the A champions. They're just going off the top of the list.
They might be.
Let's see. All-Star. It's a Mumu next. No. If that were the case, it would have been Ari after Annie. That would have been Ari first.
I mean, Akali would have been before Azir as well.
True. I think East is spelling... Nope, they're not spelling anything. They're just all banning A champions.
They missed the memo on the Graves. Yeah, we're just banning
They're all
A
banning A champions!
What happened with the Graves? Somebody was clearly, like, taking it a little seriously. And then
I'm worried this is going to result in something I don't want to see. But we'll see.
What letter?
I was hoping they were going to spell
gamer,
gamer, but they didn't.
What letter could you build a good team with? I'm trying to think.
A.
Well, half the A's are
A
gone
would be
now.
the only team. Yeah,
they're all
you still have Ashe, you have Ari,
Akali.
you have a Mumu, Akali, you only need one more.
No, that's Rise.
That's a Rise.
So you have Rumble, Rammus, Renekton.
Rek'Sai.
There we go. We can do it with R. If they wanted to do it with R, they could pull it off.
And the new champion, Rel. You just got to get on PBE right now. You can have an R team. Elise.
Is there enough E champions?
I don't know what the intention is before. Elise, Echo,
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Eduardo? No, that's not a champion.
No, that's...
That'd be a cool champion, though.
Someone could argue that Eduardo and Alistar are similar. If you watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Exactly the reference, my friend.
Okay, well,
they're going Shadow Isles comp.
Who else is from the Shadow Isles?
Hecarim, Evelyn, Mordekaiser to some extent.
I want to see a ninja comp.
I don't think there's a Shadow Isles ADC.
I want to see a ninja comp from the other. I mean, you can get Shen, Kennen, Zen, and Colin. That should be an easy champion selection. Get the ninja passive going.
And energy's actually, with Presence of Mind, energy users are actually kind of busted right now. They change it so now it enhances your energy regen and makes you kind of insane. Kayn, though, rhymes with insane, and that is a great jungler if they do so put him here. What's interesting to note, Fish, and I want you to consider this with an open mind, this Ryze might be going bottom, and he might build Manamune first.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll keep an open mind,
could.
though. The Lucian is, I mean, we're talking about strong ADCs, and somehow Riot fixed the game. I'm not really sure how. I mean, Lucian is a prime example, right? I mean, we spent all of the last patch into Worlds, Lucian mid, Lucian mid, Lucian mid. He's found a home in the bot lane now, especially with Kraken Slayer, press the attack. He does some pretty nutty damage, and he has that dash. He's going to be able to survive a little bit easier than the Misfortune.
Not only that, but in addition to Kraken Slayer being a great item for him, he can pump out 3 autos really quickly. Navori Quick Blade's giving him the option with Essence Reaver to reset his basic abilities. Pretty dang strong.
Hold on here. What is going on? There is still 2 A champions available in NACE West. You could have gone for the full A ban. And they instead
picked it with the Z.
Disappointing.
And they aren't even spelling a word now. It's G-A-A-B. Like, what is this?
They have one last band to wrap it all up. I mean, but I was talking for NACE West. You got A-A-A-A-Z.
They all pick Z for... You guys don't make any sense to me, man.
Yeah, come on. We've seen
But then
teams
again,
spell out some
I like
really
this.
creative things in bands, and then we've seen teams just ban A champions except for Ari and Akali for whatever reason.
They could have spelled gamer. That's what I wanted to see.
They should have.
G-A-M-E-R. 100%.
Just a missed opportunity for both teams.
If I had a pen, I would drop it in frustration. You have to do it for me, Fish. Just flick it off like, gosh.
I don't want
what
to
the
throw my
heck?
pen. I like this pen too much.
It's a great pen.
So you think it's Ryze bot lane, right? Which
It's
that pick
possible.
definitely... It's either Ryze or Kennen bot lane. Or Sion to a lesser extent.
Kennen's seen
but-
some interesting play. Not the ADC he once was back a day ago. Ezreal going to be the ADC, probably locked in, which means Lucian's still in the mid lane, which I think is so interesting.
I
think
really
these
wish
items
that...
give him.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the items give him such a huge boon against other ADCs bottom lane, but that's just me.
I mean, if he gets Kraken Slayer online quickly, I mean, he can rip apart someone in the mid lane. I mean,
Anybody,
it's Sion top. I would assume it's Leona bot lane. I've got those two figured out. I just don't know where I would assume
Everything in
Ryze
the
mid.
middle.
I would assume Ryze mid and Kennen bot. I mean, you mentioned that's what we've seen, and there's the Cho'Gath. I really hope it's full AP Cho'Gath, but unfortunately, the new items sort of. I don't think the AP Cho'Gath is the menace that I once enjoyed it to be in the top lane. This is the NACE All-Stars event. It's NACE East taking on NACE West. NACE West was victorious in game number 1 thanks in part to Silo's Swain absolutely dominating in the bot lane. Be curious to see if he goes back there, if we see anyone change up some roles. I'm sure Poggy Carrier, the ADC for NACE East from the director of Indiana Tech, would love to be able to get out of that role as we see Doc's keys to the game. Forget about your comp, forget about your win condition, look for the memes, and bragging rights are all that matter. And right now, Silo is on top by a large margin in terms of the bragging rights. It's all brought to you by Count, whose Identity Trust Global Network delivers real-time fraud prevention, account protection, and enables a personalized customer experience from more than 9,000 leading brands and payment providers. Thanks to their award-winning AI, they help you stay safe online, especially during the holiday season when you're doing all that last-minute Christmas shopping. It's all brought to you by Count. You can go more information at KOUNT.com, Baratel. As we get ready to go into the next game, and do you think NACE East is able to steal one back here?
Yeah.
All right, Ryze or Kennen bot? What do you think? Ryze or Kennen bot side?
I want it to be Rise Bottom because I really do think that Mana Immune into Mirror Mana is insane, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
The new Mirror Mana, when you get it fully upgraded, your attacks and single target abilities now do bonus damage based off your mana as physical damage, which means Rise is insanely hard to itemize against. He has so much split damage, still continues to build all that mana, still continues to build AP to scale. He's literally just a wreck ball of a machine gun man. So if you have the wherewithal, you get the item, he gets to start with the tier level 1. It's a great pickup. But unfortunately, it's Kennen here in the bottom lane, which I'm kind of sad about. I don't think Kennen is Kennen's good. He's gonna go Rocket Ball, which is bad, and that's okay. He's on a different. Oh, they switched everything up actually.
Yeah, we've seen we've changed. We've thrown out the rules, which is what you do in an all-star game. We see that Spry Rain has switched teams over to the NACE East side. Poggy Carrier is now on the jungle for NACE West, and looks like Oz Corporation in for Not Koba on the west side. And we also see Howie in on west as well in the support role, probably taking over for somebody.
Hey,
They've
Fish.
changed all over the place.
Fish.
What?
Look at Cho'Gath's first item.
No, I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. I've tried AP Cho'Gath
it's
a couple.
possible.
I've tried it. I mean, it doesn't feel as good. I see a nice hook there on the
Ooh.
Tower of Frost. I will say the one item that I think a lot of champions are going to miss, especially someone like AP Cho'Gath or an AP Malphite, is Rod of Ages. That's an item that I was really
That's fair.
shocked that they took away. I mean, Ryze even to an extent loved that item. I was really shocked that they took that item away. I thought it was just a solid item, but maybe they thought it was overplayed, wouldn't fit in because, of course, you can't rush it anymore. But I think that item probably should have stayed in the game.
Yeah, I mean, even to some extent, Catalyst Aeon's being removed is such a weird pick because it gave you the ability to be beefy without needing immediate stacks. Nice gank up in the top lane. Not going to result in anything, but specifically Sulpan wanting to get those precious soul stacks as much as possible. Now, for those that don't play Kayn, he's going to be a base Kayn right now. He's just going to be normal old Kayn, but depending on what champions he does damage to, they summon these souls that he can then collect. And if he goes for and gets ranged champions damage, they'll summon blue little orbs. If he goes for melee champions, they'll summon red orbs. If he gets enough red orbs, he turns into this big lifesteal kind of juggernaut Kayn. If he gets enough blue essence or blue souls, he turns into this murderous, rampaging psychopath Kayn.
Yeah, I've seen that Kayn, blue Kayn. I mean, it was a meme there. It was always red Kayn. Blue Kayn had like a niche role, and now blue Kayn right now is, as you said, a rampaging psychopath who will absolutely destroy you and your family if he gets fed enough. And I will say, I wanted to bring this up for Kennen. If Leandry's didn't give mana, or was sort of like Doran's ring where it had an option, I think Kennen would be great with Leandry's. So he's going to go right in. Nice hook flag combo. Ignite is going to be what gets him down. It looks like Silo once again in the ADC role, one of the few people who didn't change around, this time on the Ezreal, going to pick up first blood. So different game, different teammates, same story for Silo on the bot side.
Yeah, and I do question, I understand Darkseal gives you more power on your potions. I'll hold that thought as a little bit of engage here. Sulpan trying to collect as much of those souls as possible. You get turned around on. Cocoon will be blasted out, while also Spiderling will come out, and it's a spooky pumpkin actually. As Sulpan goes for the boost, he wants to get as many souls as he can without dying. So despite him losing some health, he's going to be just fine with that.
And once again, electrocute in the bot lane for Kennen. I mean, I get it.
And the Darkseal is super weird.
Yeah, I think Kennen's just in a weird spot where items like Leandry's would be so good on Kennen with the ult. We see a nice flay there onto Coach Answer. Uses the minion, though, to block the hook. It's just the fact that Leandry's gives mana, so it just you're wasting so many stats. If that gave some sort of conversion, even like 100 health, I think Kennen could be a force to be reckoned with the burn items like Brand and Malzahar. Unfortunately, he just kind of got left in the dust of, hey, you have energy. Sorry, pal.
An opening.
Night Harvester and Riftmaker could make compelling arguments for him as a champion, only because if he wants to go in, dash around with like a lightning rush with the slicing maelstrom, Essence Harvester is just a fantastic item for the Night Harvester is a perfect item for him. True. Alternatively, if he wants to do as much damage and stay alive, getting any sort of Omnivamp is going to be huge for him. So he does have some options. I think a lot of Kennens are going to fall into this Rocket Belt trap, and I don't think that's good. Nice knock-up. Rupture is going to be huge. He's going to maybe get himself away to safety. He does. Awesome. Good job. Does expend the flash earlier in the gank, but not able to capitalize is really good here for NACE West because him having not a single summoner after he TPs is going to be pretty dangerous for them, and they're going to get the dragon on the backside.
Yeah, I mean, you can just the jungle difference right now. I mean, neither of them have a kill, so it's not too huge. But Sulpan's level 5. Poggy Carrier just hit level 4 off of that dragon he picked up. So Sulpan gonna be a force to be reckoned with quicker in the game. He also did pick up a Dark Harvest stack in that gank, so that will help him out just a little bit, especially if he's going blue Kayn, which with Dark Harvest you have to think he almost certainly is. Not a great choice on red Kayn.
Not the best. Now, another quick thing to mention, and I did forget to mention this, as of course action breaks out whenever you talk about things. If Kayn fills his gauge with red or blue, and your intention is to have the other form unlock, once you get a full gauge, a timer will start for the, I guess the gauge that you have the least amount of souls for. So if he's hitting red champions like he is in this Cho'Gath, as long as he unlocks that soul gauge, he can still get his blue form. It just takes a little bit extra time. Yeah,
I would think, I mean, trying to gank onto the Ezreal the Lucian's probably going to be pretty difficult to get the blue souls, as you were mentioning. So probably the best bet, farm down Ethanol in terms of red souls, start that timer ticking for the blue Kayn. I think it's about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2, until your lesser souls fill up, and you just kind of go from there, especially with the Scion on your team. And we talked about the Bombi Cinders meta. I mean, you don't need to be a tank anymore on this Kayn. You just need to be able to get onto Ezreal, get onto Lucian, and absolutely obliterate them.
Right. And if he ends up going that Duskblade like we saw on the Pyke last game, whenever he kills something, he goes invisible. And what's deadlier than a champion that shouldn't be invisible but is? Nothing. He's terror. He's actually a psychopath.
Yeah, I mean, we've also seen some build man. I mean, we've seen a nice Zenith blade there from Coach Antor. Going to get the stun onto Silo. He will be able to dash away. Nice hook into tower range. Flay as well on the Tower of Toast, and a nice flash by Silo. He's going to pick up another one. Sulpan will come in. Exhaust comes out. Ezreal just barely gets away. Does have the ultimate from Kane, so Sulpan is actually able to take him down. And a great job there by Sulpan. Going to be able to get some of those blue souls and also pick up a kill. Coling comes out in the mid lane. On Peck's able to dodge all of it, though.
Fantastic action coming out from everywhere, and a great Umbral Trespass here from Sulpan, putting himself exactly where he needs to be. And he actually forced NACE West to kind of panic here, where Silo and Hawk have shown nothing but composure in the bottom lane, forcing them to kind of falter, and they couldn't get him safely tucked under the tower. He just dodges himself out to safety.
Yeah, Silo has been doing a really good job. I think the only player in the game, I guess Silo and Coach Antor and Sulpan are the three players who did not have any changes in terms of teams, as we see there on the screen. The coaches and directors and the universities that they are representing. Of course, Sulpan, former Bronco, now at the Oklahoma City University. So good to see him there. We had Koba in the first game, not Koba, the Boise State coach and director, assistant, I will say, to Doc Haskell. So we've had some Boise State flavor in this game, but right now it's been Silo who's been absolutely dominating. Does get stunned. Zenith Blade combo's going to come in. He will be able to jump away. And right under tower, Coach Antor's going to take a couple tower shots, but that Leona's going to be fine. Nice flash from Sulpan. Does get the Dark Harvest stack. Going to pick up the kill as well. And I think, Bertel, there's a murdering, rampaging psycho on line 2 for you.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pick up. Hello, Sulpan? Oh, you want to go Blue Cane? Okay. Yeah, that'll be 200 souls. I'll cut a deal for 150 souls. Yeah, he's about to be cashing in right now.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he's gonna start popping off at 2-0-0. Let's just say that Lucian and or Ezreal, one of them's not going to have a fun time if he builds Dustblade. Neither of them are going to have a good time. Oz Corporation, they're just trying to chase down on Peck. Gets the PTA, press the attack proc, but nothing more. Hasn't finished the Kraken Slayer. Nice flay. Box is going to miss. Slicing Maelstrom comes out. Silo reads it perfectly, though. Does take the Ignite, but he gets one back on the bot side. He's 3-1-0 on that Ezreal.
You know, that was a really good play from Tower Toast. It's just that he flashed right into the box, and that 99% slow, just way too much for even the Slicing Maelstrom Lightning Rush combo to touch Silo. If he had gotten in range without that slow, though, it could have been a very much different fight.
He's Spryrain chasing down Ethanol. Going to use the Unstable Onslaught. Going to knock him up in the air. Poggy Carrier's going to come down. Gets the stun. He's only level 6, though. He's got minions helping, though. True Shot Barrage is going to miss. Got to be careful. Silo.
What? How did that hit?
Okay.
Hello? Riot?
They'll trade. Looks like Spryrain's going to win on the top side. Dies to the turret. It's an absolute fiesta everywhere across the map. And even Riot's joining in on the shenanigans. At least you and I are on the same page. There's been a couple times where I've thought spells have missed. You haven't, as we see Sulpan. He's not going to miss. He's going to pick up one more. I don't know how that Zenith Blade ticked off Silo. He should be a little bit upset.
Yeah.
Hawk's not going to get away either here. Nice dodge. Humble Trespass to get some healing. Dashes in. Going to use the ultimate to reset tower damage. Oh, Q misses, but he's able to jump back in, but he will die. Shutdown goes over to the Thresh.
It's the quickest way to base is just to falter to a tower, right?
Yeah.
It's alright, I guess.
He did pick up the Eclipse, though. No Dustblade.
It's happening. No Duskblade. You want to go for the damage. I can kind of see that as an idea. I think the Duskblade was a hyper idea. Nice engage here. This one does definitely land here. Lightning Rush will get some stacks. And a nice shutdown going over. Tower Toast picking up some very crucial change, forcing the Ezreal out of lane and stopping that Manamune from stacking up.
Yeah, unfortunately for Silo, he's not on Swain and he's not, 11-2-1 this game. He's just on Ezreal, so he can't be as beefy as last game. I really think that in the end, Spryrain's going to be the reason that NACE East wins. He's like, hey,
because he's playing a tank.
He's playing a tank,
and the tankiest one.
Yeah, he understood. Hey, you know what? I know what the meta is. I'm not gonna have any fun because I want to win. Because there is some bragging rights in winning, and that's what it's all about is bragging rights.
He has a singular item and pretty much close to 3k health.
Well, Sulpan is going to jump right onto Oz Corporation. Coling's not going to do anything. The tower, though, will save him. Sulpan has learned his lesson. These towers are not here to mess around right now.
I think Sulpan just... Oh, I thought he was going to shadow step himself under tower. Nice hook and the cocoon. They didn't layer it, but it's not necessary. Big amount of burst coming up from this Elise, and that's some revenge here from this Elise, I guess. Finally getting some kills.
Not even taking damage.
Yeah, tanks are weird, man.
I tower shoot.
Wait,
What?
Let me see if I can position my eyeballs exactly where I'm trying to look. Peep those items from Cho'Gath. Peep those.
Boots.
That's a first item Mercury treads.
Yeah,
What?
he got Merc treads. He is that scared of the CC. We see another dragon picked up there by Poggy Carrier, having a little bit of a better game. First tower does go to Spry Rain, who's just going to chase down Ethanol that for Cho'Gath. There's not much he could do.
Ooh, okay.
Hook just misses, unfortunately. The death sentence, I should say.
Yeah. We
Not a
wanna
death
be
sentence
accurate.
for anyone.
Who worries about that? That's a lot of damage from Kennen, and that's mainly because he's got this big bursty item, which name I can't remember, and that's okay. Soulflare will miss. It's going to be flashed away. Here comes the Slicing Maelstrom. He's going to get hooked into the box. We've seen this play before, but will be enough for him to get some damage on a crucial target. They're not splitting. Instead, they're going to wait and keep him where he needs to be. Kane's going to pick up some nice damage, and he's going to get the nice assist there. So money spread around for everybody. Oh, isn't that fun?
No one's going to kill that Scion. I mean, this game is literally going to go as Spry Rain determines it. Soulpan's going to try. Humble Trespass through the wall, going to jump right onto Silo. That is the power of Blue Kane, my friend. There's the ult to reset tower aggro. Pocket Carrier's going to try and chase him down. Barely survives. Dark Harvest does go over, so worth in all chat. Make sure you let him know.
Hashtag worth. Didn't type it, so it's definitely still not worth yet. He could have lived if he got the Dusk Blade. I'm just letting you know. Elise can't do anything
You
if she
see
can't
how much
see
damage
you.
you did to that Ezreal?
Oh my goodness.
And that is the power of Kraken Slayer. Press the attack Lucian, everybody.
Yeah, that's a beefy boy right there. You all got to be careful of that, man. And we see other items coming on board. Here comes the Lock of the Solari. It's going to be huge, although the only person that really benefits besides Leona is that Scion, although a Scion with extra tanky stats is even scarier, so that'll be a thing. I don't think this Rise is going to heed my advice and go the true Rise item, which is, of course, Mirror Mana. He's instead going to go for that Archangel Staff, I think, first, although he could go Ludens here.
You're probably going to get the Mirror Mana from Ezreal at least, so you can't complain too much.
True.
See, Soulpan's going to flash in, jump onto Oz Corporation. The Lantern does come down. The Ethanol has realized his mistake. He is now going to start building Tank Cho'Gath. He is incredibly far behind, though. I mean, you have to at this point, right? I mean, you're not...
it's Rocket Belt.
Oh.
He got baited.
Oh, nice flash. Death sentence. He got baited.
Oh my gosh!
Talk about baited.
Merry
I mean,
Christmas.
Ha just says hello, good night.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Wow, I can play any support. This is awesome. How much for a carry? Just kidding. That's against terms of conditions. You can't buy carries anymore, people. Don't do it.
Ha is new. We didn't see him in game number 1. He stepped in and
Wait a
played.
second.
Yeah.
Who was the support from last
Coach
game?
Antor was on NACE West last time, and Suntrup was on NACE East. Suntrup has hit the proverbial bench, as we see that replay right there from Ha.
Him and Cobra are 1v1ing right now on the side is what's happening. I'm getting confirmation right now.
What a repel onto the Lantern there. But I mean, still, I just don't see anyone on NACE West who kills Scion.
Yeah, what's going to be really cool
they got
is
him.
when his Q does Tiamat effects. He doesn't die here.
I know.
No way. Oh,
And
he
there
dies
goes
here.
the Ezreal. Spry Rain is
Here comes the Shadow Step through the wall. He's waiting for the
50%
cooldown,
left.
I guess? Yeah, but he's got full Sunfire right now. Soulpans is looking for an in with the Shadow Step. He did use his ultimate Umbral Trespass there on Ezreal with 1 HP, so it's not going to be used here for a couple more seconds. Here comes the Shadow Step. This is going to be huge. A lot of damage in the instant kill. That's lethality for you. Here comes the Solar Flare and the dive here. Spry Rain taking the tower for 7 turn shots in a row. He's going to walk away just fine. Here comes, of course, the culling. It's not going to call anything, but maybe his attempt at saving that tower. So, goodness gracious, it's getting explosive.
I was going to say, Scion was at 50% health, probably had more health than anyone in the game. Still.
I agree.
It looks like NACE East, they're going to use this opportunity to hop onto the Rift Herald. First one of the game, I believe. There's still good old Shelly hanging out with us.
Shelly. Now, it may seem weird, and it will take a long time, but if Esper goes a Divine Sunder, he has an opportunity to maybe shred down the Scion with like 30 or 40 Qs.
Yeah, only 30 or 40, Baratel.
Well, to think about it, every Q that he does 10% of the target's maximum health as bonus physical on hit. Scion doesn't have anything but one. Well, yes, his Sunfire does give him armor, so he might have enough armor to withstand it. Who knows?
You had the Death
Miss
Rush
Hook,
set
Miss
up. And
Cocoon.
they
The
missed
Panic
the
Rise
death
ult.
sentence.
Here comes the 1v1. Slicing Maelstrom. Soulpan just being, his own team now taking the kill. The Scion cannot take any damage. He's getting all these abilities out, but it's not going to do much as NACE West is sent panicking, scattering, but it's not enough as Soulpan. He's got his eyes on the prize. He's on the hunt, and they're immediately going to turn to the dragon.
Yeah, unfortunately, NACE West had the Death Brush all set up, and then we were complimenting Ha for that long-range death sentence on to Onpeck earlier. He just straight whiffed. Maybe he thought someone was in the brush and didn't want to hook the Leona, but that's where everything fell apart for NACE West.
Yeah, I think with that death sentence and the rest of the commitment here from that team, it was enough damage to maybe get the 4v5, and despite Scion being as huge as he is, Spyrain might not have been able to withstand a 4v5 fight.
Spyrain's taking some damage. It's only taking about 30 seconds or more, and by then Soulpan will easily clean up the team.
Yeah, we're waiting for items to come online. We're still desperately waiting to see what 4 out of the 5 players from NACE West are going to build in terms of mythical items. But in the meantime, a hook will land, pulling Spyrain under tower. This is exactly where Soulpan wants to be. He's going to go for the dash. The Shadow Step, level trespass will get him a reset. But the team is here. Flame will be given. Rupture will be used as well. Vorpal Spikes and the Feast. A nice, tasty treat here. As for the first time, NACE East over Zealousness cost them their biggest member, arguably.
Yeah, unfortunately for Soulpan, Spyrain was just a little bit too low on HP to actually be able to tank the tower effectively and be that giant walking meat shield. I will say, somehow for NACE East, it's not all bad. Minions took the tier 2 mid lane tower.
Oh. Okay, so that makes this game really scary to an extent.
Well, maybe that was Shelly. They
mid-tier-
might have dropped Shelly, by the way, just to...
That's possible.
Because I don't see anyone with ES, so they dropped Shelly.
Mid-tier 2 going down does open a lot of valuability around, like, let me turn to face it. Around the dragon area, right here.
Oh, now it's like you're like a meteorologist now. I like that.
I'm in here right now. So, from here, the tier 2 tower, oh, there's a fight. Slicing Maelstrom going to come out. A lot of damage. Ignite will be given as well. Hope this works. Unfortunately, it won't, as a near 1-for-1 will be given over to the side of NACE East, and now this cannon's coming online.
It's now Silo's turn to learn the harsh reality of playing AD carry in 2020.
Yeah, not fun. Okay.
Oh, what is
Fish,
it now?
let me look at something and see if we can see it.
Okay.
Peep those Shogath items real quick.
I see the,
What is he?
the Iceborne
The
Gauntlet.
Frozen Fist?
Yeah, I mean, it's a standard item on Cho'Gath.
Yes or no?
I mean, to win on Cho'Gath, yes. Unfortunately, the AP meme has died as we see the Shadow Step from Soulpan come out. Nice flay from Ha. He's going to flash away, so he will be able to survive. But no, I mean, I understand it. It's not a fun item. It's not exciting gameplay with one-shotting someone, but it's what you need to do if you are the Cho'Gath players. Oz Corporation going to get jumped on there by the Emblem Trespass. He will dash right back over to it. But there's the Feast. Who needs AP when you have an execute? Death sentence over the wall. Flame misses, though. What a flash from Onpeck. He is still just going to be taken down eventually. Can't burst anyone. Silo picks that one up. And NACE East right now, the only thing that's cost him is their over-aggression. But here's Spyrain in the top lane with 0 cares in the world. Except magic damage.
Yeah. Rift Maker could be huge on Elise. Gives her the opportunity to scale in the late game. Nice flash. No repel to be given. Gonna have to kite around this tower as much as possible. There's no cocoon available. He's just gonna die to damage. He barely gets with his 1 HP. Misses the shout. Here comes Shogath for the reinforcements. And look at the bottom lane. Thresh and Ezreal run in to help out their big void monster man. Gonna go. The Rupture does miss. Sion's gonna kite around and do as much damage to the minions as possible. He does not have ulting, which he cannot get out of dodge. I think Spyrain may have bitten off a bit more than he could chew, but Shogath wants to take a bite out of him right now.
Feast for Cho'Gath.
It's a 5v1.
Oh my god. Come on, we talked about this being for bragging rights. This is when in all chat we need the. Hey, really? 1v5?
Yeah, 1v1 me, bro.
Tower of Toast. No idea
Nice.
Ward was there. Great job by Poggy Carrier getting the cocoon on him.
Ah, really good play. He now immediately buys a pink ward. Good call, buddy. That's what you like to see.
Kind of suspicious.
Hey, they just hit me from where they couldn't see it. They just guessed. Nah, bud. Warded. Hashtag. Wards win wars, actually, guys. Keep that in mind. Holy cow, what is that?
I think that wins. That
wins anything.
He just needs.
What's that?
He probably needs what, like 10 more Dark Harvest stacks, maybe 5, and he one-shots Poggy Carrier immediately?
Yeah. And Elise is supposed to be the burst jungler. No. Elise, have you seen Kane? This is a better Elise than... Kane can go through walls. You can go over walls. He's got a bunch of base damage. You got a lot of base damage. He can reset. You can reset. They're actually kind of the same champion.
I mean,
Except entirely different.
One of them has some spiders, and one of them is going to be forced to repel. Here's Sulpan. Just wait, nowhere the Elise can go, but Sulpan's going to respect Silo and the rest of the roaming death squad. So he will just back off. Couldn't find the combo that time. Only burst him to 50%.
Only. I do like the build here from Sulpan. He's got Shadow Step gives you extra movement speed when you go into it in blue form. He's got the Mobies, and he's got Yomu's, an activatable item for even more movement speed. Looks like a contest here on the Drake. This could be a huge fight.
You see the knockup's going to land on to 3. Spryrain's going to pick up the first one. Unpec gets the second one. Ethanol trying to run away. He is only so tanky. Tower of Toast gets the third. And once again, walking into people not recommended in most scenarios, Bertel, especially a Scion who's just going to launch you all straight up in the air.
Slain the dragon.
Wards win wars, as you said to yourself.
Okay, wards win wars. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have NACE West getting all 5 of their mythic items. Now, as we can clearly see, the Divine Sunder is not doing a terrible amount at the moment.
Doing a decent chunk.
Red team's turret has been
30
Let's see a
Qs was
fair
a
amount
good
of damage,
estimation.
actually.
killing.
It's about 30 Qs to kill.
Does
Nice
take it
hook as
down.
well.
Gets an assist. Spryrain's going to use the passive just to punch down the inhibitor and allow the rest of his team to pick up Baron.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, Baron Pit.
now that's a meme. We cash in on that. NACE East gets a free meme point for the meanwhile ...
They didn't. I mean, this has been a very respectable game. Good night, Elise. Oh, the repel as
He
the
went up
Humble
with her.
Trespass went out. So unfortunately, did not matter at all. And Poggy Carrier, he didn't have any fun last time on Misfortune. He got to have fun for about 24 minutes this game, and now his life will be miserable. Is this Thresh taking the
I
red
mean, more
buff?
kills than he did last time, so that's pretty good. I think
That's-
so.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yep. Why not?
Why not? He does have Sunfire, so he's now the tank. Nice calling, a lot of damage. Rocket Belt doing nothing exactly as it should be. But holy cow!
No,
The rest of the damage. Oh!
Rocket Belt did a lot.
No, it didn't do any damage.
You got the movement speed, though, to get on with the Slicing Maelstrom.
Oh, come on. Kenny can do that without anything. Also, did you know that Night Harvester also gives movement speed?
I'm just telling you. I think one of the Rocket Bolt should have to hit to give you movement speed, but that's just me. I think that would make the
That
item a
would be
little bit more
swell.
fun.
I wish
Right.
the item did damage. That would be cool, too.
Can't have them all, Baritone. You can only get so much. You
I
get a ton
want
of
it.
movement speed. You don't get any damage.
He has 14 stacks. It's a pretty sizable amount. Rise actually is online now with his Banshee's Veil, Ludens, and still sitting on that tier. I don't...
Still
It could be a
stacking
man
it.
immune still. That's still unfortunately stacking it. Ezreal's already cashed in on that upgrade, but it doesn't really do much. As the Divine Valor could do a lot of damage here. Does not. Pretty rough.
Has been destroyed.
There's the box that comes
This
out.
Skyrim can't do anything.
Spryrain still just taking all of it. Sulpan, meanwhile, just eliminating the back line. Just like how they draw it up nowadays. Hey, Rise, a little bit overzealous there. He's going to go down. Does not matter. Sulpan's got the backup. And Spryrain's just taking tower
My
shots.
heart.
I don't know. little bit on text like, hey, we're going in. And they're like, no, up there goes He's going to be eliminated off the face of the earth. Sal's going to slice and Maelstrom will not matter. Ethanol gets taken down. That's a full ace, and that's probably GG for NACE East.
So they tied up.
Tied up going into ARAM. Sort of. I mean, we have
Kinda.
broken the rules in the sense that, Spry Rain is technically 2-0. So is Coach Antar. Players have carried a team, which, hey, it's all in good fun. I'm not going to say that it takes anything away. Love to see as many coaches and directors get a run at it as possible as they are to take down the Nexus. I wanted to see Soulpan one-shot Poggy Carrier. I don't think we ever saw it. So NACE East is victorious. As you said, they're going to even up our series here. We're going to head into our ARAM game. We are going to have an interview coming up before that. So before we get to the interview, let's take a quick thoughts of what we saw in that game number 2, Baratel, before we get to ARAM, where the memes will truly be next level.
ADCs. Lethality. Yay! Cinderhawks. Yay!
Yeah, I mean, that is a great description. There were the players in their respective universities there for both teams. Of course, we also had Not Cobra, former Boise State player, current Boise State coach in game number 1. So we've had a ton of players, subbing in and out. Love to see as many schools get in as possible. Of course, Soulpan, we know him. Brian Hummel, the Bay State coach. We've talked to him a number of times, seen Bay State quite a few times. Mizzou, always a formidable opponent in a ton of games. Had 2 players in, Ethanol and Silo. So, ton of fun to have all of these coaches and directors come together after their NACE seasons have wrapped up and have a little bit of fun and doing it for a good cause. Well, we're going to have an ARAM game coming up for these 2 teams to wrap things up, but now we're going to have an interview. We're going to have Michael Brooks, the director of NACE, the National Association of Collegiate Esports, is going to be joining us here very shortly to be able to give us his thoughts on everything. Michael, there you are. How are you doing today?
I can't hear any audio, unfortunately, from.
You should be able to hear us now. Can you hear us now?
Now I can.
Okay,
yep.
perfect.
Yep,
How are you doing?
Cool.
How are you doing today,
Awesome.
Michael?
I'm doing well. I'm having a blast watching this.
So I'll start you off. NACE fall season, the actual fall season, not the director's one, just ended. How do you think it went with everything going on in the world during all this time?
Better than I had expected. It's still weird for us. Everyone's dealing with COVID. That was a monumental shift for everyone, including NACE. Having our national championships go from this awesome experience at DreamHack to now going fully online just for people's safety and everything like that. It's a big shift, but it went really, really, really well. We got some shout outs that came to us, some rating from the Overwatch League, from Psyonix as well. It's great to see publishers come in and support, and their fans obviously come and support what we're doing in the collegiate space. So I was very happy with it. I was impressed what we were able to do, and think it's only going to get better.
Yeah, I was, as a fan of both esports and traditional sports, it was really fun to say, hey, I mean, there's no traditional sports going on, but esports, they found a way to thrive. I thought that was really, really cool. And then, what does it say about NACE that the season's done? Everyone for the most part would be, hey, let's review our VODs, let's get better for next season. What does it say that a lot of these coaches and directors are willing to step up for this Gamers versus Cancer event and be able to play the games that they're usually coaching their students in? What do you think that says about this organization?
Look, our coaches and directors are awesome, first off. But I do want to clarify, are they stepping up to do something great for the American Cancer Society? Sure. I also think they just want a chance to beat each other up.
That's true. Yeah.
NACE is weird, or in a great way, in that our coaches and directors across all of our institutions are talking with each other constantly, planning with each other constantly. At the same time, a lot of them will run towards any opportunity to really one-up their colleague at another school, to really show we're the best for a reason. Watch this.
Yeah, it's also a great way, if maybe your team lost, your students lost, you say, hey, I'll get back at the director personally. I'll beat him to make up for it. That also kind of plays a role as well.
Yes, and on the flip side, a lot of students are seeing, wow, when our coach tells us to do something, it's just talk. He or she, they don't do it when they're playing. I think we see a lot of that. Now, I've seen Doc's keys to the game, and they had me laughing, right? Because really, any strategy, skill, let's just toss that right out the window at the very get-go. So maybe that's strategic, say like, yeah, we're just doing this for the memes, guys. This is not how I really play. So listen to in a game when I tell you to do something, do it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I got. No, see, I was just going for the memes. Don't point out that that misplay. Just ignore it. And then finally, we'll get you out of here.
It's a false flag.
Yeah, exactly. I'm showing you what not to do on film. I did that intentionally. Exactly. Now, Michael, we'll get you out of here on this. The director of NACE. Who has stood out for you in our League of Legends matches so far?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get me in trouble if I say one. I mean, they're all doing great. I got some of my board members, some of my competition council members on there. I can't pick sides, or they're gonna make my life hell for this next season, especially. I thought Coach Antor was doing great. Sion, I thought this last game was just fantastic. Right, yeah. Basically going like 1v5, let's go. I'm probably gonna die, but I'm gonna buy you all the time in the world for my team to do something great.
Well, Michael Brooks, it's been a blast having you here. This is an awesome event. I mean, a huge congratulations to you as the director of NACE, managing this season, as you mentioned, through all this craziness. I can't wait to see how NACE goes from here. I'm super excited the growth we've seen in collegiate esports. It's been a blast having you on here.
Thank you.
That was Michael Brooks, director of NACE. As we see here, we talked about this is for the Gamer versus Cancer from the American Cancer Society for the NACE All-Stars, with the coaches and directors taking each other on. We see some of the universities there already hitting into the 4 digits. Absolutely insane. We are only 2 events in, and they are already just absolutely popping off. A really, really great cause. And I cannot wait to see, Baratel, the full memes we get in ARAM. Because that is going to be where the memes live through.
Yeah, there's no objective. Well, there's one objective, sure. And that's just to pass the time until you fight again. Minions, you don't get those. They're dragons.
Yep.
So it's just going to be head-to-head combat. And the new items are on it, so it's going to be super, super explosive, too.
I mean, because I remember we had an ARAM game for the League of Legends team just to sort of spice things up.
Remind me.
It just kind of. Hey, I'm just saying though. I mean, there was some memes in that one. I mean,
I tried really hard. I think I was the only meme in that roster.
You were the only one trying. Everyone else was like full AP Amumu from Etha, like just absolutely having a blast. So I cannot wait to see what these coaches and directors do here in the NACE All-Star. I mean, this is for all the marbles. I mean, yes, they're trading teams, but NACE West and NACE East each have a win, Baratel. So memes aside, one team will win the best of 3 series we have. The other team will unfortunately go home as the inferior region.
Yeah, and I mean, it's on the most competitive map of all, ARAM. Okay, there's a swing on ARAM. That's not very fair.
We do see it is not Koba though, so you can support that. Current Bronco
I'll
coach.
support that. But there's a Shake on the other team, which is one of my favorite champions, and it's Silo playing him. So I hope he doesn't build AD. Doesn't look like he is. He's going AP the true build. And there's the memes. The flashes are out. It's over.
I will say
all seriousness is out of the window.
It was 4v5. Looks like Ha just connected and bought items on the Skarner. He's going to come scuttling down very quickly. And we also have a Garen.
Holy cow.
Oh,
how do you? What is happening? There's so much damage going everywhere. Everyone will get away. NACE East going in a little bit too overzealously, gets punished. Nakoba trying to get his stacks up. He does have Conqueror, as does 2 of his teammates. Dark Harvest on Katarina. I'm wondering whether or not Katarina will actually build AP on this champion, because a new on-hit AD build has kind of emerged, because her passive, her E, her ultimate, and her Q do on-hit damage, or on-hit effects, which is super weird.
I just don't think that Katarina's going to have any fun in this game, especially going into a Skarner and a Shaco and a Jax. It's really not opportunities for her to pop off in the traditional Katarina sense.
Oh, that's right. Can't build Oracles Elixir anymore, but your tank minions have Oracles on them. Very interesting change here on the ARAM map. Very quality of life changes. In this instance, or if you have a Teemo in here, they just, the Shaco, the Teemo, the Noodly to some extent, or even Jin, just puts an absurd amount of traps all over the lane and you can't ever push. Nice flash, we'll get him to safety. Hawk will be able to get himself away. No snowball kill, it's coming out here, but he barely dodges it. Soul Pan, almost taking that for his kinsman. They're looking for him, they're trying to snipe him long range with these snowballs. They don't even care about going in, they just want that damage.
He does get the healing pack. Koba's out of mana. Predator has been popped.
Oh, he's going back.
Skarner's going back in. Onpec spinning around on the Garen. First blood, though, going to be picked up by Poggy Carrier. Now Ethanol's in on the back line. The Corki forced to flash away. The Shaco box going to save
Flashes
him.
to the box. Nice setup. Defensive Shaco boxes are the most infuriating thing as anyone trying to chase anybody for kills. But, you know, NACE West has got to be pretty comfortable. They have an easy double kill waiting under the tower if they ever get the chance to go under.
Now, once they get their ults, I'm going to assume Pocky Carrier will go charging in on Peck. Can't quite spin. Nice snowball there from Sulpan. Able to take down the Katarina. Going to try and retreat. Not Koba, realizing he could be in danger. He'll go pick up that healing pack. Wait, when did Seraphine get a blue aura around her? What's happening? Did they change Seraphine?
Oh, you mean OG Sona, not new Sona. That's true.
That's Sona. Haven't seen her in forever. Silo picks up one. Nice job by Spryrain picking up another one. To make it 3 for NACE East. Absolutely shut down. They're going to pick up an ace and ARAM. Or not quite an ace. Never mind. Oz Corporation spawned in the nick of time to prevent the ace. Like milliseconds away from a 3-minute ace.
It's tough to play this comp against 3 top laners, especially ones that can be so good at diving. And yes, I do often consider Skarner a top laner. You play against Skarner top lane and see how much fun you have. You won't. You won't have any.
I mean, none of the champions, outside like Garen, really want to build Quicksilver Sash. Because you build that, and the Skarner basically becomes a cannon minion. Now he's going to Predator in. He's going to hook in Tower of Toast, but the ult came out just in time to save him. Sprite ran into 2-man stun, but he's going to eat the Demacian Justice to the face. And that's 3 for NACE West.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah, good turnaround. Again, it seems to be the ebbs and flows of proficient combat, or whoever gets sent back to base, they get the next item power spike.
Exactly. Either Ha or Poggy Carrier is going to just run it down, team behind them, and that team has usually won the fight.
Yeah. And great onslaught shadows and engage here. Sopan gonna go for the undertow. He's gonna get it. Will he get rooted up? No, Ragnarok will save himself. But this tower is getting dangerously low, and NACE West has nothing but eyes on the prize. They take the advantage, and this only means Skarner has a limited amount of these spires to get himself speed boosted through.
Still got Predator and Ghost, because why not? And Flash.
True. Also true.
A little disappointing that
They fell for it.
I was disappointed Poggy Carrier has the heal flash, as he's going to be taken out on cue with the heal online.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Soulpan has been taking these snowballs.
Oh my goodness.
Iron picks up one. Tower evens it out, though. Koba's going to try and ult, but it's not going to matter. And Ethanol picks him up. Ox Corporation having no fun on that Katarina. Going to be forced to just run away. No, you should have gone back in. What are you doing? No, Katarina. Oh, no, nice snipe there by Ethanol.
Helped it out. Nice pickup, but now it's Sona versus the world, and these are not champions that you easily manage as Sona. Good tip against playing against Shaco. When he throws his dagger, do not turn away from him. It does bonus damage from your backside. It does an extra amount of damage where he hits you from behind. So you're facing Shaco, you gotta face Shaco.
I never want to face Leandri Shaco. That.
True.
I mean, those boxes are absolutely going to just annihilate somebody if they make the mistake of walking into them.
Oh, I like this. We got the Chem Tank available here on Soulpan. He wants to join his Scorpid brother in the front lines. He gets a movement speed boost from his Spire. He's looking for Predator with mobility boost here on lockdown pretty shortly. But in the meantime, on the other side, we have a Divine Sunder finish here on the Hecarim. Bunch of burst damage, able to take these tanks and shred them down very easily. And then also something to consider is this whip here on the Garen. This item can completely stop and engage. He's going to go forward, a little bit of trade. Judgment's going to be spinning around. The Demacian Justice does not fall, as the rest of the health bars are not necessarily needed for the ultimate. A lot of concentration, just the Onslaught of Shadows and the Crescendo will be enough for NACE West to turn a tide of fights in their favor. Katarina's not done. Oz Corporation is going to dive under tower. Flash Q from Sona will not do much as they just are sitting on a tier of the goddess. If you were playing Seraphine, though, that would have been triple.
Onpec wanted the Demacian
yikes.
Justice. He was hitting. I feel like his arc key honestly might have broke from that attempt. Nice route onto Soulpan as him and Koba go back and forth, and Koba proves he's the superior Bronco in that fight, at least for now. I will say, Tower of Toast has hit some huge crescendos on Ha while he's ulting, and that has really shut down the Skarner's ability to turn team fights. As Silo gonna try and find Poggy Carrier.
Oh!
Looks like the
Oh, the Comet!
Leandri's in Comet, I think. He was dead to Leandri's, even if Comet didn't hit him. He
Yeah,
was going to
boy.
break him. That horse was on fire.
Gore Drinker coming out here for Garen. An interesting choice because I guess you can activate it while spinning. Could be his rationale behind that. Trinity Force on Jax. Pretty typical item. An engage here from Soulpan will be possibly his blunder. As a lot of damage is... Oh, the Demacia Justice is barely close enough. And this by Rain blocking out that snowball for the kills. Great choice there. You don't want your Olaf to die so early. No way.
No, I mean, Soulpan's not going to have the most fun of times trying to heal that damage back, especially against a Swain Sona lane that's pushing in. Poggy Carrier has rejoined the team as well, so NACE East not in the best of places right now. The undertows are hitting, though, from Soulpan, so he's doing at least some damage. Now Nakoba's going to take a dagger to the back. Here comes Soulpan! He wanted it. I respect it. I respect that he wanted to chase down.
He tried to go for Koba.
He tried to chase down his former teammate. I respect that.
Yeah, that's a power move. And he falls for it. Silo picking it up, avenging his friend. The Demacia Justice actually going on the clone. A lot of damage being given, and Katarina diving into her tower will prove to be to their demise. Garen cannot be so easily thwarted. And for the first time, a full Hawk ultimate, only to be swiped away from the Horsey Man. And NACE East, despite being engaged on repetitively, are able to turn the tide in the fight.
Yeah, the only downside for NACE East is NACE West had won 2 fights, I believe, since they last got their back off. So now Lee Andrews is up on Nakoba. Him and Katarina are the only two that haven't finished their mythic item, now just waiting on Oz Corporation. So Swain's going to be a lot more powerful. They will take the tier 1 tower, though, so it'll even things out there.
Is Katarina... I need to know what you're doing. Is this Zephyr Katarina? Not Zephyr, sorry. Gale Force? It can't be Gale Force. Although Gale Force would be pretty cool. It's not Kraken Slayer, because it doesn't work like that, I don't think. Does Kraken Slayer work like that on Katarina team?
Might.
That's insane.
So. Wouldn't think so, though. I don't think
well...
Maybe it's just shield, though, just to be a little bit more tanky.
Basic attacks on attack grant a stack. That's a rhyme right there. I don't know. It's possible.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, but her abilities do on-hit effects, which could be the item.
Well, she's going to go down, so we'll see what she wants to shop. Soulpan picks up another one. Tower of Toast incredibly low. Soulpan's going to flash after him. Now he's going to jump onto Nakoba, who has used the ult. Pocket Carrier going to slam him into the wall. Nice flash there for the double kill from Nakoba and the double root. Nice job by Sprite Rain turning that one around. Jumps on the Sona. Pocket Carrier very low. Barely just survives, and now Ha's got to run away. He's going to have his Spire, so Nakoba only gets 2 and some change.
Hold on a second here.
It is Kraken Slayer, by the way.
It works on Katarina. Kraken Slayer stacks and triggers its effect on hit instead of on attack. From attacks that do not use a projectile. This is going to be nutty if they can get a full channel ulti off.
if Oz Corporation can survive, as we see a nice ult there for Pocket Carrier, then jump on Soulpan, who is once again baited out by Koba. Slammed down in the face from the Garen.
We're in a game right now. You can't stop inviting us, okay?
We'll carry you later. I'm trying to see who's the better region of NACE, East or West.
We're not even being biased. This is pretty good from us, to be honest.
I mean, there's 2 Broncos. There's a Bronco on each side, and honestly, everyone's playing for the meme. Oh, come on, Ha! I said everyone's playing for the meme.
Got the cam tank.
There we go.
The speed. Look at this. Oh, the midair.
That is the meme I was looking for. Koba goes down. Oz Corporation will fall. He got the full ult off. I didn't see if it hit anyone besides Ha. And now it looks like Soulpan and company are going to chase him down.
Yeah. The problem with Katarina is you got to be really good at Katarina, especially when it's a 1v5.
I mean, if he hit the ultimate on everybody, he might have 1v5.
Yeah, I understand going in there for like the big show, but everyone else from NACE East had already walked out of the ultimate, so it didn't really do much there in that regard.
I think they should all group up and see if he can kill them in one ultimate with no help.
I 100% agree. I'm right there with you. I want to see what this does.
Right now, Tower of Toast is realizing that Sona cannot 1v1 a Jax underneath 2 towers. Once again, Soulpan and Nakoba dueling, and Nakoba is continuing to come out on top. unfortunately for Soulpan.
Wait a second. When did Samira get daggers? Like in dual wield? Oh wait, it's Katarina. My bad.
Not quite as good as the Seraphine Sona one, but you
Definitely not. But in the same realm, if you will.
It's a pretty
I
wide
really
realm.
like this Hawk build, by the way. It's nothing but a movement speed items. Fully stacked Dead Man's Plate. He just used it, unfortunately. The Chem Tank just came online. He still has Predator and Moby's up as well.
Oh,
Ghost is waiting.
take him down.
Nice engagement from Soulpan. A lot of damage to be given out. He can't be stopped for CC. Nice Counter-Strike will stop most of the aggression here from NACE West, and they are just going to fall like dominoes, one right after another. Oh, it doesn't look like Spry Rain's done. He said, I was the tank last time. Let me show you what I can do on damage. What is this, Hawk? Holy cow. He gets stopped here in the middle of things by Tower Toast, but he will still fall. Finally gets the stinger and the ace.
How many
NACE East
Teemos per
just
second
running
was
it
that?
down.
How many Teemos per second did Ha
400.
hit?
About a Hondo.
Has been destroyed.
That was absolutely incredible from Ha. Right there, just absolutely running
If
down.
you play Skarner or Rammus any other way, are you really playing those champions? Absolutely not.
No. Come on, Koba, you can run him down. No.
Go
here
in,
comes,
Koba, go hit the clone.
here comes Poggy Carrier. He's going to get stunned up, though. Soulpan's going to duel him. Both have Conqueror up. I think Olaf wins this lifesteal battle. Eye of Sauron's going to miss. And Ha's going to steal the kill. Now he's looking for an alt target. He's going to not find one. Barely get out
Oh,
with
the
his
Counter
life.
Strike.
On Peck's going to slam him down. There is the Zanyas. Haas Corporation picks up one before he gets shut down. And it looks like NACE West right off the spawn is going to be able to pick up what should
He's going
be.
to come in the bush without seeing him.
Oh, he revealed himself.
Soulpan!
No! It was for the memes, though. It was for the memes.
It was for the meme. That's true, that's true. Can't be too upset.
No.
As you were mentioning before, Koba knows the power of these two items in tandem, yet
Yep.
he decided not to go for the zone use at all. He's got the Demonic Embrace and that Leandries. He's going to destroy, melt, similar to that of my bars on my mixtape. Very melt and magma-y.
He's working on the Zanyas. He has the stopwatch. He used it last time. So he, assuming he, from that fight where they got an ace and he assisted on all 5 kills, is he's going to get ulted in by Ha. Oh my goodness, he drug him all the way back to the team. Crescendo's not enough. The full movement Skarner is absolutely on point right now. Soulpan's going to pop the Ragnarok, unfortunately, for Oz Corporation.
Oscorp!
That ult is going to whiff.
Wait,
That is going to
wait.
be 2 kills.
Oh.
No, Onpeck's going to go
Dang
down
it.
as well. Tower of Toast. You can run, but you cannot hide from this Skarner.
Double kill.
Spry Rain's going to pick it up, and unfortunately for NACE West, they just don't have the tanks that NACE East does.
Yeah, although I will say maybe having the Katarina ultimate hit something probably would have helped a little bit.
I mean, I understood the point, right? He was trying to do it preemptively to scare off Soulpan, but Soulpan was just like, I'll just turn around. It's not that big
I'll
of a
just
deal.
go. I'll walk over. I'm gonna go over here real quick if you don't mind. Engage here. Oscorp will go for the full ulti channel. A lot of damage going up, but it's only to the clone. He's gonna get stopped here. He's gonna get burned away with that Landry's passive. 1v1. Hawk will get the pickup here. No, Ethanol will pick it up here himself. Nice engaged. Demonic damage. The demon form will be huge here from Nakoba as he continues to melt away the health bars, but he himself will get melted away as Spry Rain tries to go for the 1v2. Does fall as well. Soulpan's gonna dive here. So has Ragnarok unavailable. Is he going to continue forward? Silo would be able to back him up here with maybe a clone in about 10 to 15 seconds. Are they going to go for the dive here? It would be the best meme opportunity, but we're going to have to wait and see.
I want to see Onpeck here just chase down this Shaco with his ultimate and slam the sword down and say he's going to use it on Soulpan. There's the Ragnarok. Fear's going to land on the
my
Tower of
gosh.
Toast. He's forced to flash away, just barely surviving. Talking about burn items, Silo's pulled the same thing. Oz Corporation's going to win that one. He's going to pay for it, though, with his
He
life.
can do it!
No, he's going to burn to...
Healing!
Woo! Barely. I mean, he is... Like a light breeze from Silo would kill him at this point. Unfortunately, he deceived
Yeah.
away from the clone, so he couldn't get the box kill.
Oh, come on, guys. You can't keep falling for it.
They can. Pod Carrier's actually going to be the one who burns to
He might
death.
actually die.
Yep.
He,
Oh,
Sona,
my
hello, Tower. Hawk, what are you doing?
Man came from off screen to the back of the NACE West team. He's going to pick up on Peck as well. That's going to do it. It's an ace for NACE East. And with the 2-6 and 28 Skarner. I don't care about
guys,
anyone else's scoreline. He's
end.
the MVP.
Hawk, wait till your movement speed's up again, and I want to see you run under plate, leave with someone in your arms. Just wait, don't end.
Red team's
Come on.
turret has been destroyed.
Come on, guys. Yes!
He tried.
Oh, I didn't have the ult.
He didn't have
He didn't
Predator
have his
either.
movement speed up either.
Yeah, we need.
He has the force of nature. Oh, the inhibitor! I hate when this happens.
I don't think it's gonna
Oh,
matter.
Oscorp.
There's the Ragnarok.
No, Soulpan's fast as well.
Oh, nice.
Does die.
Nice. Zanya's there by the Sona until she takes a dagger to the back.
This Shaco does so much damage. It's pretty slippery. They are able to hold things off. The inhibitor is still alive. So NACE West isn't completely out of the ballpark yet. They are maybe... No! The inhibitor to minions! Oh my googly mooglies.
Barely.
Alright, Shaco's gonna go and just slap that. He's gonna tickle it a little bit.
No, backdooring an ARAM as a Shaco. That's no fun. Scar, that's what I
that's
want to
not
see,
a
Hop.
meme.
40 seconds on your ghost.
If Hawk can just run past everyone, that counts. Because they can stop him if they're good, right? Shaco, you can't see him.
I don't even know if you can see the Skarner at this point.
This man has, like, I think base 600 movement speed unbuffed. Without any actives yet. This man can hit like 2,000 movement speed.
He is absolutely flying. Here we go.
What is this Rage Blade on Hecarim? You're even missing movement speed items, buddy. That's the difference maker. You don't have enough movement speed.
All the movement speed in the game right now is on that Skarner. Here we go. Come on.
Yeah, he stole it from everyone else. Just run past everybody.
No,
Skarner,
run past
go.
everyone. I just want to see him run down. Okay, they've got the
he's
Spire
going.
back.
He's
hanging
charging
on the
it.
back line. There it is.
Oh, he wants it.
Here he comes.
Oh, he's going! He's going for the win!
Oh, he got the inhibitor. That's all that matters. And then he
And a
ults
little
the
pickup
Soda
change,
in.
too.
And he died. Oh, he gets out, actually. There's the Ragnarok from Soulpan. Him and Koma gonna duel to the death. Oh, a huge Zanya from Koma.
Nice Zanyas.
Barely keeps him alive, but it's not gonna matter. Triple kill for Ethanol, taking the fun away from everybody.
And a 5 for 0.
I think everyone was as distracted as... I think everyone was confused what Ha was doing on that Skarner. They thought he was going for the back door. He was going for the... he was like, hey, I'm just going to hit this inhibitor once.
He's going for the drive-by.
What a way to end it on the ARAM game. There's no better way to end it. 2-7-31 Skarner's your MVP. Don't at me.
Don't at him at all. Movement speed, the MVP here. NACE East is victorious, 2-1 in the huge series.
A huge shout out to Spryring. He did not lose a single game here. He picked the perfect time to switch teams. We're gonna
Maybe
have
they're just that good. I don't know.
We're gonna have the ICCU player of the game coming up. I'm really torn. I mean, on one hand, Silo played really, really well for the most part. Not Koba had his moments. Spryrain was pretty strong, but I mean, I think it has to go to Ha. From
you would.
I mean, there was no. I mean, ARAM is for the memes. I hate when I go into an ARAM game and everyone plays. Oh, I'm playing Scion. I got to build tanky Scion, and you're just like, come on, it's ARAM. Just have some fun. Build like full damage Scion and see if you could just chop people to death. Like, come on, have some excitement. Ha was the only person that I saw that was truly living up to the meme potential of ARAM. Shout outs and honorable mention to Soulpan, who made it his mission to duel not Koba every single time it was possible. But Ha was the MVP. You can't prove me wrong. I want to see who the ICCU player of the game is going to be, though.
I'm going to give it to Soulpan. A little bit of a throwback. He did well in all 3 games. I mean, we saw his K, and it was just detrimental. And then beyond that, he tried to carry that forward pressure. He was pretty much right next to Hawk every time he went in. So I think that he's a front runner for, if not first place, second.
No, I mean, second place, yes. This is an all-star event. This is for the memes. You embrace the memes, you get player of the game. All right, let's see who it is.
I mean, whoa.
That was actually perfect.
That was insanely perfect. It's Stronda.
Give me strength.
I will fight with honor.
It's Silo.
Is it? Silo!
I mean,
I'll look at him.
he did single-handedly win game number 1 for NACE West,
Yeah.
the only game they won.
The light dim,
That's true.
but we fight.
Look at this. Leona play just wherewithal everywhere. Said, I could dive this. Let me go under the tower. Ah, I am Leona after all. I'm okay with this. Let me just give let me just help my Leona real quick. And from that point forward, it's just kind of unstoppable.
I don't think Silo missed a single W as well. As you mentioned,
Yeah,
he turned
he
into the Eye of
literally was
Sauron. He
Sauron.
literally saw all and killed all in game number 1.
Oh, that was the only one we saw he missed. I think actually maybe hit
We didn't see
Vi.
it.
Or Camille
I didn't
there.
see it, so it didn't count.
I didn't see it. I closed my Sauron's eyes.
I mean, like I said, huge
pretty-
honorable mention
pretty
to
good.
Ha for the awesome Skarner meme build. And big shout out to all these coaches. I mean, taking time away from, I know the season's over and you can only do so much VOD review, but if you didn't win, you're not going to be happy with where you finished, and you usually want to say, okay, how can our team get better for spring? How can we make sure we guarantee we win our conference? Something I know Boise State is working very hard on. But to take time out for a really good cause, have some fun, just meme around all together, it's really just an awesome thing to see.
Yeah, and I mean, all in good spirits. Yes, the bragging rights will probably be forever reigned over Zoom or Skype meetings, but at the end of the day, great cause, phenomenal cause to be a part of.
Come on. These coaches are hip. They use Discord.
They're cool.
They don't use – I don't know of anyone who uses Skype in the last 5 years.
It's still a thing. It's still around.
The only time I ever see Skype is when Windows 10 opens it on me. I'm like, no, just I don't know why I have Skype on this
Yeah,
computer.
I think they use Ventrilo because that's their comfort of software.
They grew up on TeamSpeak, and they're like, get in TeamSpeak. Everyone down TeamSpeak. I know Discord's easier to use. Everyone get in TeamSpeak. It's what I'm comfortable with. But no, I mean, that was a ton of fun overall, Barrett. We said the NACE All-Stars and all the directors together supporting the American Cancer Society's Gamer versus Cancer Institution. We see initiative. We see right here this upcoming schedule. We've got a lot of different things coming up around the corner. We've got the Black Box VR quarterfinals tomorrow, which you and I, we just go to work out. I couldn't even imagine competing against somebody else in that game. Like, the computer is enough for me. So I'm really excited to see that.
I saw a guy, and top of the leaderboard, he has 1 million pounds done. 1 million.
That's insane. I think I just got, my achievement for hitting 1,000. Then we have some actual action. We've got the TESPA Overwatch playoffs, and then we're back into the NACE All-Stars. We've got Rocket League, Valorant, and Overwatch. And then we've got some more high school Overwatch, and then we've got the House Cup TBA coming up later on in the month of December. But overall, these NACE All-Star events have been a ton of fun. Can't really meme in Rocket League too much, so I'll be curious to see how that one goes. I mean, in Valorant, Baratel, that's your specialty a little bit more than mine. Is there much meme potential besides everyone just buying ops?
Yeah. No ops at all. It's all shorties and sheriffs.
Oh, come on. Ops, no scope.
That's only a meme.
Ops, no scope only. That'd be the challenge.
Or knife rounds left and right. Who knows? There's some meme potential there.
If you think about memes, there's no auto, unfortunately, in Valorant. I know in CSGO, you buy the auto, you become a meme. And then Overwatch.
Or the Zeus.
Yeah, the Zeus is a good one. Overwatch depends on the rules. If it's 2-2-2,
sure.
I mean, maybe we go kind of crazy. We've seen Boise State has all sorts of crazy game modes built up, so maybe we throw that on them. But that's going to wrap up our League of Legends portion of the night, Baratel. It's been awesome to have you here for all of the memes and all of the fun. Huge shout out to the 15-plus or 10-plus directors that were able to jump in and play at least one game of League of Legends here. Koba and Solpan, former Bronco, current Bronco, both there as well. Huge shout out to our production running Mega Skeleton tonight, making us look and sound good. We're going to wrap things up. We've got our top 5 plays from the games. Hopefully number 1's all the memes from Skarner. That's going to do it for us. Until next time, have a great evening. To the night, this will be a best of 3. We'll then... Be careful. The Zenith Blade is going to land. Solar Flare will as well. And that is a dead misfortune. Suntrip trying to get away. Has to flash out of the stun. Not going to matter. Unpec caught all alone. It's a 4-for-0 for NACE West.
Hawk, what are you doing?
Mayan came from off screen to the back of the NACE West team. He's going to pick up Onpec as well. That's going to do it. It's an 8.
He got baited.
Oh, nice flash death sentence. He got baited.
Oh my gosh!
Talk about baiting. I
Merry
mean,
Christmas.
Ha just says hello, good night.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Wow.
Final spark onto Kobe now. He's got to run away as his team left him to die. Spryrain picks up Poggy Carrier off screen. There's a Zenith Blade going to land. Now Swain's in the battle, and everything's going to fall apart. It's a double kill for Spryrain. He's going to try and chase down Soulpan. They'll pick up the ace. Respect the play there from Ethanol. He tried to teleport in to probably land a shield on the Spryrain to keep him alive. Just wasn't quite quick enough. Now Sun Trip's got to be careful. Is invisible. He will get the stub. So will Coach Andrews. Zenith Blade's going to come out as well. He's going to be forced to flash away. And trying to Leona back in. He does not care. Silo at 9-1 and 3, and they could probably run down that misfortune.